And it's a back step into it. See that back step? Now, the quicker I can do this back step here, see on the toes, and then quickly turn, I turn my hips. If I take a really long time to just do this, he's already gone. I've got to be able to turn my hips and get in front of him so I can load him up for a seoi-nage or a hip throw or a taiotoshi, uchimata, whatever it may be. But this fumikomi action is really an important one. We're going to work on a very basic thing that what we want to do is shave some time off your throw. We want to get more movement, more effective movement in your throwing, forward throwing techniques. And my goal is this. Just stand here, sir. My goal is this. I want to make sure I can turn my hips as quickly as possible. That's my goal here. So to make my hips turn, I have to manipulate my feet so they'll be able to turn my hips and turn my body, right? And at the same time, I'll be using my hand. And we're going to do something, it's very old, and it's called a fumikomi, or a stomping step, okay? It's a back step. So what it'll look like is if I'm facing this way, and I'm kind of leading off, there's my partner, there's Derek right there. And it's a back step into it. See that back step? Now, the quicker I can do this back step here, see on the toes, and then quickly turn, I turn my hips. If I take a really long time to just do this, he's already gone. I've got to be able to turn my hips and get in front of him so I can load him up for a seoi-nage or a hip throw or a taiotoshi, uchimata, whatever it may be. But this fumikomi action is really an important one. And if I get this back step, okay, if I can get this and quickly turn, and it's not two movements like Derek and I were talking about. It's not me coming in and doing, just like stomp and stomp. It's really kind of one move, back step, and look, see, and then back step and turn. But I've got to get my hips in front of them quickly. Can you do that? And it'll end in any forward throw. Watch that back step. See that back step? Now, as that back step comes in, he starts to lift with the hands. He's pulling. Okay, so now he's controlling with his upper body. Now, all this action will help him be able to turn his hips very quickly. The quicker I can turn those hips, the quicker I'm going to turn. Okay, so let's look at it again. He back steps, and he turns quickly. Now let's put it together. Okay, back step, very quick turn. See that? And the quicker you can turn, the better. Now let's take, can you turn it into taiotoshi? Okay, so it turns into a taiotoshi. There you go. What we want to do is shave that time off getting into that taiotoshi. I don't want him to be able to see anything other than a blur on your feet, because if you can get that back step, that fumikomi, okay? If you get that, quick turn, and you've got to have that first, and then you can launch him with whatever forward technique you want. And it's one of those really subtle but really important things we do in throwing someone forward over our bodies, okay? Can you do it one more time? Watch the, and turn on the watch his back step action. Back step, see that? And turn. Now, when you get that back step in, be sure you're on your toe. Don't just flag, because it limits your movement, okay? You want to be able to just do it stomp. And I remember when I used to teach this to kids, I would say just, it's your stomp foot. And it really is. When fumikomi means to stomp on something, okay? And that's what you're doing. You're doing this stomp. Now you can start from any position, but generally if you have a slight lead in your hip, so if he has a slight lead with his right foot, right hip, he can get in quicker with that fumikomi. Okay, and as he does that, now watch the hand action. Okay, lift up a little. There you go. See that? See, whoa, that really takes him off balance, doesn't it? Now this time he can put it together with his taiotoshi. See how quick that is? You got that, because that makes it look like, because it is very much what you're doing. When you're coming in, say on the taiotoshi, when you're coming in with that back step, you're lifting him, and by doing that, when you turn, you are now under his center of gravity as well. Let's look at that one more time. So I'm going to have you guys practice this, okay? So watch when he comes in, and as he steps in, he starts to lift. Now, see, he's starting to lift everything up and forward. He's creating a nice cavity here, okay? And when he goes ahead and shoots in, he's ready to toss him. Okay, so let's look at it one more time. Just fumi komi once or twice and throw it. See that? See the hips? We get those hips and pull at the same time. Does it make sense to everybody? It's a real old basic concept, but fumi komi, stomping, it's a back step. The quicker you step backward, the quicker you turn your hips, the quicker you're going to throw them forward. And pulling all the time. All these things in action. And it's difficult to learn this stuff. These are basics, but you can never stop learning the basics. And these are basic skills, but I've been around doing this a long time, and I'm still finding this fascinating, you know, and we just can't get better at it. So let's do that, okay, guys?